Coop, I wanted to, touch on Coop Records. For those that aren't familiar, you are the founder. I read that it turned 1 year old recently, so congrats on that. And you
Thanks.
have worked with hundreds of artists, right? Musicians. You live basically on chain, right? You are trying the new things all the time. What's an on-chain record label, and why? Why did you start this project?
Yeah, so an on-chain record label to me is a record label that releases all of its music exclusively on-chain. And so if you think about a traditional record label, they're publishing their music on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. We are only pushing our music on platforms like SoundXYZ, Warpcast, Boost, Layer 3, all of these crypto platforms. And so I think at its core, when you think about an on-chain record label, it purely just means that the way that we are making money is by selling the records in crypto. And the reason why we started this is, having been involved in the space for so long, I have just a very unique passion for music in the first place. That's like what I went to college for and what's always kind of been my passion in life. And as I started to think about the way that I can make an impact within the music industry, I recognized that competing for Spotify plays, going viral on TikTok, it's a very crowded space and something that's very difficult to kind of break into. But crypto is kind of this net new playing field. We haven't really seen any major breakout success within the intersection of crypto and music. And so for me, Coop Records was basically just saying, I love music and I love crypto. There's probably an intersection in the middle there that's exciting. Granted, we haven't figured out exactly what that looks like yet, but at least for me, it felt like the most direct way that I can make a positive impact in the artists' lives that I know and love. And so we kind of created this foundation where we're releasing about 5 or 10 songs a week on chain every single week. It's typically from artists that have like 500K or 1 million monthly listeners. And so artists that are a little bit more established, they have some success on Spotify, they have a large Instagram following, they've been playing shows for a while, but they haven't quite made it yet. They're kind of like on the come up. They're starting to see early signs of success, but they're not like superstars yet. And the role that we play is really allowing them to have their first experience with crypto in a way that's not very intimidating to them. If you think about the way that crypto worked in 2021, you had to kind of go all in on NFTs to see success, where you were on Twitter, you were in Discord, you're on Telegram, you had a collector chat, you were doing spaces. And what we kind of learned is that NFTs are super polarizing to the traditional music world. Artists are very intimidated by it because it's very confusing. You have to think about bridging and ETH and all of these other concepts that are just really intimidating. And so the role that we play is saying, hey, we love your music. We see that it's valuable and we see that people like it in the traditional world. We're going to distribute that same song for you in crypto. And instead of trying to sell it to your regular music fans, we're going to sell it to crypto fans who have a higher tolerance to collect NFTs and do all these things that are a lot more native. So we found a great flow for it. I think we're at like 325 records at the time of recording this. And I feel really excited about where everything's at right now.